Hey Jedi friend, Jedi Rich here, how's it going? I'm in New York City where it is perfectly 100% legal to smoke weed in public. Isn't that great? I saw a girl walk by with a pizza. You know, it's like, it's funny, you know, when you're a photographer, I don't want to get into it here, but you guys see that we call out a lot of celebrity chefs, actors, musicians, what have you. Primarily because what they're doing is they promote, like they'll show themselves eating pizza, they'll show themselves baking cookies or going to Starbucks every day. And they look great and they're thin. And you're kind of wondering, man, like I do the same thing, why can't I stay thin? They're like, oh, I'm a vegan. But what they're not telling you is that they're bulimic. So that's how they stay thin, or they have other, or sometimes they use Adderall. But the most common thing today, because of all the contracts, don't allow the actors to do any drugs at all. So they drug test for that. So the most common drug now is sugar. And sugar, if you haven't figured it out, is a drug. It's the doses we're taking now. And when kids aren't having sex and they're not smoking weed, they're not doing coke, and they're not drinking alcohol, they're not getting in trouble, they're eating loads of sugar. And now caffeine. Jedi Joy was telling me that a lot of parents are giving their kids that are under 12, having reached puberty, caffeine, which is really, really, really not a good idea. Caffeine, just so you know, is speed. I mean, it's an amphetamine. It's not technically an amphetamine. It's a stimulant. They don't classify it as an amphetamine, but it is in the same class of drug as amphetamines. So while it might not be, like one cup of coffee might not be the same as taking a hit of methamphetamine, but you don't do methamphetamine all day long for 40 years, every morning as soon as you wake up, do you? I mean, not even meth addicts do that. They can't. They usually tweak out, or they die, or they end up in rehab or something weird. They just can't do it for that long. However, with caffeine, you can. So while it might not be dangerous in small doses, over a long period of time, if you start your day with caffeine, you might develop an addiction. Anyways, so here we are in Manhattan. I'm gonna start walking around. Oh man, my joint just went out. When are you over here? Okay. So let's take a look at how things are shaping up around Times Square. Don't worry guys, I have a gimbal. It's on order, so to speak. Istanbul Bay. Mediterranean restaurant. What do you guys think of this weather? Man, it is cold in New York, you guys. I don't know if this is normal or if this is just a situation with the climate change or what. But we will find out. I was thinking about going to a movie tonight. That's always a fun thing to do on Memorial Day weekend. Thanks for joining the channel. Thanks for the thumbs ups. Don't worry guys, it'll build up, but quite honestly, the reason why, for those of you who follow or watch the channels, the reason why we don't have a ton of followers or that we kind of spike and then we go down is because we don't pander to the views. We don't just go out and do whatever gets us views. We say and we film and we do what we feel. So that way you have a very genuine idea of who we are. Well, case in point, I'll give you an example. There was a guy here, or actually out in Las Vegas, when we were covering the Raider Stadium, which we just kind of was just doing that for fun because we felt that it was a good idea, and it was. I mean, we're Jedi. That's ultimately called the Death Star. So we covered it. We were the first inside. We did a great job and everything. However, there was another guy who was like so competitive with us, and all he wanted to do was beat us. He just wanted to get more and more views on us. And he did, and we didn't really care. We were just like, man, what the fuck is this guy's fucking problem? So, of course, we eventually met him and we talked to him. We wanted to be friends with him and everything, but he wanted nothing to do with that. He was too competitive. He kept eyeballing my wife. It was pretty disgusting. Anyways, next thing we know, he's sitting here telling me, oh yeah, man, he's like the Raider Nation guy on YouTube for Las Vegas. But the Raider Nation, they don't know what genuine is. This guy literally told me he doesn't even like football. He hates football. He hates sports. He just did it because he got kicked off this monster truck thing with a copyright strike or something. So he decided he wanted to do this, to do the Raider Stadium because it would get him views, and it did. But man, what an asshole he was about it. I mean, we were like nice to him, trying to like work with him and everything, and he was just kind of like whatever. So my point is, but thanks for you guys watching and following, supporting the Jedi, because we know that you guys are like the real fans, because we know that you guys follow us for us, not just because we pander to what you want us to be. Like, let's say if I would get more views if I did a bunch of hockey stuff, but I don't even know anything about hockey, and then suddenly I'm like doing all this hockey stuff, and then just because whatever, it gets me views. Is that cool? I don't think it is. I think you'd want a guy that's an actual real hockey guy. So I wouldn't want to be that fraud. I'd have a hard time sleeping at night. So check it out. So we got a couple theaters. I was thinking about going to the movies. The AMC, IMAX. Over here we have Regal. So at the end of the day, I guess the moral of the story is that the fake guy, the fake fan, won. He got, like, if you consider, if you have like the most subscribers, the views, if you think that's winning, then he won. But I'll tell you what, I wouldn't go back and watch any of his old videos. They're too boring. We put a lot of time into our videos because we really cared about the stadium. We really cared about the project and the workers and all that. And you can tell because we really put an effort into it. Check this out, guys. It's really busy down here. New York City is packed tonight, and it's wet and cold. So this is actually very, very lively considering. What do we got at the Ringo today? So yeah, the theaters are open, guys. Everyone's kind of checking movies out, looks like. Let's see what movies we got. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna make some videos now.